Hello everyone, my name is Sukhwinder Kaur, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Computer Science in Arya College, Ludhiana. Today's my topic is Operating System. First, introduction of operating system. An operating system is the program that after being installing loaded into the computer by a boot program manage all the other application program in a computer. The application program makes sure use of the operating system by making requests from services through a defined application program interface API. An operating system is a software that acts as an intermediary interface between a user of a computer and the computer. The structure of computer system. Assessing computer resources is divided into layers. Each layer is isolated and only interact directly with the layer below or above it. If we install a new hardware device, no need to change anything about the user application. However, you do need to make sure change to the operating system. You need to install the device driver that the operating system will use to control the new device. If we install a new software application, no need to make any changes to your hardware, but we need to make sure the application is supported by the operating system. User will need to learn how to use the new application. If we change the operating system, need to make sure that both application and hardware will capable with the new operating system. CPU, Central Processing Unit. This is the brain of your computer. It performs all the calculation. In order to do its job, the CPU need command to perform and data to work it. In order to do its job, the instructions and data travel to and from the CPU on the system bus. RAM, Random Access Memory. This is like a disk or a workspace where your computer temporarily stored all the information and instructions that it is currently used. Each address space is the same size and has its own unique identifying numbers address. Operating system mode. The user mode is concerned with the actual information between the user and the system. It controls things like running applications and accessing files. The kernel mode is considered with anything running in the background. It controls things like accessing systems. Resource controlling hardware functions and processing program instructions. System cells are used to change mode from the use to kernel. Kernel. Kernel is a software code that resides in a central core of OS. It has complete control over system. User perform its task in user area of memory. This memory separating is made in order to prevent user data and kernel data from interfering with each other. Kernel does not interact directly with user but interact using shell and other program and hardware. Second is system cells. System cells is the programmatic way in which a computer program user application requests services from the kernel of the operating system on which it is executed. When they need to do any input, output or having some more memory, access or wait from signal interrupt, it requests operating system to facilitate all these. This request is made through system cells. System cells are also called system interrupts. Starting an operating system booting. Power on switch sends electricity to the motherboard on a wire called a voltage good line. If the power supply is good, then the BIOS takes over. Its real mode CPU is only capable of using approximately 1 MB of memory built into the motherboard. The BIOS will do a power on switch test to make sure that all the hardware are working. BIOS will then look from a small sector at the very beginning of your primary hard disk called MBR. The MBR contains a list or map of all the partitions on your computer's hard disk. After the MBBR is found, the bootstrap loader follow basic instructions from starting up the rest of the computer, including the operating system. First is functions of operating system. Some functions are there: process management, user interface, memory management, security and protection, input-output management, file management, and memory management. First is process management. Process management is a program is execute. A process need contain resource including CPU time, memory, files, and input-output device to accomplish its task. Second is memory management. Memory is a large area of words or bytes, each which its own address. It is responsible of quickly accessible data shared by the CPU and input-output device. Main memory is a volatile storage device which computer may turn off. Everything stored in a RAM will be erased automatically. Third is file management. A file is a collection of related information defined its creators. File systems provide the convenience from the encoding, storage, and management of data on a storage device such as hard disk. Types of operating system: batch operating system, multi-programming operating system, time-sharing operating system, multi-processing operating system, distributed network, real-time, embedded. First is batch operating system. The user of this type of operating system does not interact with the computer directly. Each user prepares his job on an offline device like punch cards and submits it to the computer operators. There is an operators which takes similar job having the same requirement and group them into the batch. Second is multi-programming operating system. Multi-programming operating system use the mechanism of job scheduling and the CPU scheduling. This type of operating system is used to execute more than one job simultaneously by a single processor. It increases CPU utilization by organizing jobs so that the CPU always has one job to execute. Third is time sharing operating system. Each task is given time to execute so that all the task works smoothly. These systems are also known as multitasking. The task can be from a single user or different user also. The time that each task gets to execute is called equum. After this time travel is over, OS switches over the next task. Fourth is multiprocessor operating system. Multiprocessor operating system are also known as parallel operating system. It executes multiple jobs at a time and make the process faster. It supports large physical address space and large virtual address space. If one processor fails, then other processor should retrieve the interrupt process state so execute of process can continue. Fifth is distributed operating system. Various interconnected computers communicate with each other using a shared communication network. These are referred to as loosely coupled system. Network operating system. These systems run on a server and provide the capability to manage data, user group, security, application, and other network functions. This type of operating system allows shared access of files, printer, security, applications, and other networking functions over a small private network. These other computers are called client computer, and each computer that connects to a network server must be running client software designed to request a specific services. Seventh is real-time operating system. Real-time operating system, these are operating systems serve real-time system. The time interval required to process and response to input is very small. This time interval is called response time. Eighth is embedded operating system. An embedded operating system is one that is built into a circuitry of an electronic device. Embedded operating systems are now found in automobiles, barcode scanners, cell phones, medical, and personal digital assistant. Linux. Linux is an open source cross-platform operating system that runs on a desktop, notebook, tablets, and smart cards. Users are free to modify the code, improve it, and distribute it. Thank you.